here's Brody Brazil.
The NFL's Miami Dolphins announced today that they will be allowing 13,000 fans, 13,000 customers to attend all of their home games this upcoming season. Now, for perspective, their venue, Hard Rock Stadium, does have an overall capacity of more than 65,000. So clearly they are aiming for the socially distant experience of a football game. Social distancing, I think, during these times is great. I completely endorse it. But I am not in favor of this idea having fans at a football game at all. I think it's a bad idea. In fact, I think it's a terrible idea for a variety of different reasons I'll get into here. And not just that Florida and Miami have been a hotspot almost this entire time of COVID-19 and the pandemic, but that is obviously, definitely one of the main reasons. I've got a lot of questions. I've got some answers and maybe even some predictions. I'll begin with this. First off, do you even believe in all of the protocols and procedures that the Dolphins have laid out for fans attending a game? Now, they are detailed and they go into great depth. It's very tactical. This was well calculated. I do appreciate their thought going into all this. It wasn't aimless. There's definitely something they're trying to accomplish here. But let me run through some of them for you. First off, upon arrival, fans will have staggered gate entry with entry times listed on their game ticket. Tickets are a touchless entry. Okay, you're going to have fans staggering their time of approaching the stadium, but honestly, how many will actually follow those instructions? What do you do if somebody's 10 minutes early, 10 minutes late? Also, what happens for the person who doesn't want to be there 45 minutes ahead of time, or also doesn't want to be there only 5 minutes ahead of kickoff? That just seems extremely difficult. I do appreciate the touchless entry part. Number 2, all fans and stadium employees will be required to wear a mask when not actively eating or drinking. Okay, I like the idea. Realistic? Enforceable? Do you promise? I guess we'll see. New walk-through metal detectors have been installed to allow fans to keep all items in their pockets for faster entry. Okay, nothing really to say. I like that. That's a great advance in technology. I hope that continues past the pandemic. Hard Rock Stadium is now a cashless stadium, including parking, food, service, and retail. That's also great. I think there's a lot of upside to that, not just now, but moving forward in the future. But certainly right now, it eliminates a lot of that touch point and hand-to-hand contact, which is important. The next one, all fans will have the option to order food through the Dolphins app and receive text notifications when their order is ready to be picked up. Okay, cuts down on lines, cuts down on concourses being crowded. I'll take that. That's another great advancement. So again, I want to make it clear, I do like some of these things, but some of the main ones are unbelievable or things that you cannot believe in. To ensure social distancing in the seating bowl, Hard Rock Stadium now has socially distanced seating clusters. And you've probably seen the photos of this, 2 seats here, 4 seats blocked off, 2 more seats after that, and they try and space them out with the different rows and sections. Okay, I do have my doubts about when people are crossing each other to get to the aisleway, and it's not perfect. It can never be perfect the way stadiums were designed in situations like these. I'll leave it at that, but I do appreciate that effort. Suite holders will have prepackaged food, mobile control of suite TVs, and automatic glove dispensers to provide minimal contact. Yeah, that's great, but what about the 25 people in a luxury suite? Are they all from the same family or house, or are they contaminating each other? Are they getting each other sick by being in a tight little spot to watch a football game? Is this really necessary? That's the real thing here. It's not the precautions you'll take, it's the idea behind it. Next, all restrooms in Hard Rock Stadium now have contactless toilets and faucets. Great. That's a nice advancement. Again, it's unfortunate why this has to happen, but it's great that these are now installed and can be there for the rest of the stadium's time. And then last but, well, not least, in fact, this one's most, at the conclusion of each event at Hard Rock Stadium, ushers will release individual rows to help ensure social distancing. What? Is your staff really going to be trained to do that? Are people going to comply with that? Are people going to wait 30 minutes until row by row are escorted out? Not individually, but yeah, kind of individually. It sounds nice on paper, but that's my point about all this, and I'll kind of really touch on it next. How much of this is actually practical? That is not practical. So that was all one question. Do you believe in all of those protocols and procedures? My second question is a little more difficult. Do you believe in the fans to abide by all this? And let's just do the breakdown here and state what's obvious. Not all of these fans even share the same beliefs in responsibility to begin with. And even further than that, the ones that do, they may not share the same responsibility after, let's say, a fourth beer of the afternoon. And let's also throw into the equation that sports fans, yeah, they're kind of pent up these days. They haven't necessarily been out doing normal things. And when they get this opportunity, you really think they're going to follow all the rules, or are they going to act like college freshmen who just moved into the dorms for their very first semester and just do whatever the heck they want? Because you've been waiting all this time for freedom. Okay. So do you believe that the fans are able to abide by all of that? That's my second question. Third question is, how about safety of the employees? And I should mention these are not in any particular order, but I do care about the safety of employees because all of a sudden they're trained to deal with these situations? Are they going to encounter conflict with people who say, you know what, I'm leaving my mask off. I paid for this seat. I paid for this experience. Get out of here. How's that going to go? Because we've seen it on social media all over the place. And lastly, for the employees, is this a work environment that they're choosing to be in? It's their job. They want the money. They want the paycheck. But they need the paycheck. Are they choosing this scenario and these circumstances to work through? My fourth question gets a little less serious, a little less imperative, but is there going to be a home field advantage for the Dolphins or any other teams who do this? I think you already know the answer. It's yes. So if we're talking about sports now, let's go back to the sports aspect of all this. Is that fair? The Dolphins get fans and other teams who want to play it safe and play it responsibly don't? And if you're asking me, can 13,000 fans make a difference? Yeah, probably. When it's 13,000 or none, I would think so. I would absolutely think so. And if you think the Dolphins won't even be able to get 13,000 fans in Miami, I can guarantee you that number is out there for them. It is. And the team has done the research enough to know that is a maximum number that they feel comfortable with, but that's also a number that's attainable to get every seat full. And my fifth and final question, will other teams now be forced to try this too? Because the Dolphins are doing it, and now their fans are asking questions, and their owners are asking questions. Will other teams just say, oh, you know what, we have to try it too. We have to try because they're doing it. And is that responsible? The answer is no, it's not. But will other teams do it because of this? Yes. And I do want to address the counterpoint here. I know what some of you are thinking. Well, Brody, but what about pro sports in general? How can you say that sports should happen, but that fans should not be allowed to attend these sporting events? That's because professional athletes are a finite number, right? And they have some accountability to a degree. This is their profession, their livelihood. This is their family. This is their career, future, and safety. This is their health and livelihoods on the line. But fans come from a much broader scope, and you don't necessarily have all the control because they're the customer. And the customer feels like they're always right. And I just don't know if they're going to be able to follow all of the guidelines or even some of the guidelines that the team is laying out to any degree. We know this from COVID times. Plans sound nice, but execution is everything. Look, I know we all want normal right now. I know we all want things that other societies and other countries are getting back faster than we are. But we didn't necessarily put in the work. We didn't earn this back yet. And I don't know if right now, if we deserve this back yet.